Hello folks, making a video here to demonstrate what frost mages can do in the early stages of Mists of Pandaria. Been mixing around with some of the stuff that the specs, and I found that you can use these two talents here on Frost for quite an interesting effect. Scorch now procs Fingers of Frost. It's only got a 10% chance to do it, but it still does it, which gives you a lot of mobility as a frost mage along with your pet, which you can also glyph so that your pet can cast while moving, which can be a great relief for those like myself that can always lose control or sight of the pet. So now that your pet can stick with you whilst it's attacking or still chase the target when they're running away. Also, I use this ability, Net of Tempest, which is basically the Arcane Bomb over Frost Bomb. Frost Bomb, they all do basically the same damage, but the Frost Bomb slows them down, but only for 2 seconds. So personally, I don't think that would be entirely useful. This, however, does damage every single few seconds. What is it? Every 2 or 3 seconds, and every single hit has a chance to proc an instant Frostfire Bolt, whereas the Frost Bomb one only has a chance to proc it when it blows up at the end. So you have more chances of getting an instant Frostfire Bolt, which can also slow the target. So that I think is more beneficial. There's also some changes to the armors. No longer instant cast, you now have to cast them to change them. We have 5% crit on your molten armor, 5% haste on your frost armor, but for frost, which is amazing, is you can put mage armor on, which gives you 5 mastery, which can bring your mastery up to crazy numbers like 20, and that will give you a frozen target bonus damage of 51%, which is a big number. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go all out nuts crazy on these target dummies, just to show you how much damage a frost mage can pull out. Also, before I start this, I want to mention that there's a good glyph for Ace Lance, which now makes it hit 1 additional target for 50 damage, which when you see me in action, you will see the damage that Ace Lance does and how much damage it can do to a second person. So here I go, I'm just going to shut up and let you enjoy this. There you go. From that alone, you can see how much damage a frost mage can really pull out now. You can obviously see that Frozen Orb has now become one of your most overpowered abilities. Every 1 minute you can use that. If you have multiple targets, if you're doing random battlegrounds or even instances, that is going to give you a lot of procs. And with the glyph for Fingers of Frost to get up to 3 charges, you can use a lot of Ace Lances just in the cooldown of that one Frozen Orb, which is very good and a lot of damage. So I can't really show you in duels on this at the moment because there is no one in front of Orgrimmar to duel with, but I have tried a few and I have destroyed every other target without even losing a single percent of HP. There's just melee seems to be really underpowered at the moment, and casting seems to be really overpowered, especially with the stuff that I can do as a frost mage at the moment. This is also a quick glimpse at a new glyph for Blink called Glyph of Momentum. That makes you blink in the direction that you're running as opposed to the direction that you're facing. It's very cool. It's also got a new animation, so I'm going to show you that just now. As you can see, you can blink sideways, and you can see you kind of does a quick run thing, which is really cool. You can also blink backwards, and I'll show you that in a second. just to give you an idea of what it's like. It's quite cool. I'm quite impressed by it. As you see, the backwards blink doesn't take you as far because you're moving slower, but still, it's a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, folks.